are going to understand the concept of debt equity ratio and the sums based on increase, decrease or no change. Let us take an example. If the debt equity ratio is 1.8:1, state giving reasons whether the ratio will increase, decrease or not alter in the following cases. I have to assume something over here. So I have assumed equity to be rupees 1 lakh, and because the debt equity ratio, the numerator we can see that is 1.8, so debts will be 1,80,000. I have taken some examples over here. First one is 10% debentures issued. I have assumed the amount as rupees 10,000. Now when the debentures are issued, the entry that we are supposed to pass is bank account debited to 10% debentures account. Bank balance increases and the debentures issued, the liability towards the debenture holders will increase. It's a long-term liability. Liability increases. Debts in this ratio, that is debt equity ratio, basically talks about the long-term debts only. Yes, we know like debentures is a long-term borrowing, so it increases by 10,000. Bank balance is a current asset. Being current asset, it is not going to affect the debts or the equity. So basically equity remains unchanged. So debts increases by 10, equity no change. So basically numerator increases, and because the numerator increases, ratio also increases. Second, repayment of bank loan rupees 10,000. When you talk about the repayment of a bank loan, the entry that we normally pass is bank loan account debited to bank account. Now bank loan, generally we know that like bank loan is a long-term borrowing if it is a term loan, right? If it is payable after a year, maybe after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, any term more than a year. So it is basically a long-term borrowing. But you need to take care over here when such a bank loan is redeemed, repaid. In the year of repayment, this amount of bank loan is shifted from non-current liability to current liability, from long-term borrowings to other current liabilities, right? Please remember, any long-term borrowing in the year of redemption is going to be a current liability and a part of other current liabilities as current maturities of long-term debts. So bank loan decreases, bank balance decreases. As I told you, bank loan is a current liability, so will not be changing the debts over here. Equity as such will remain unchanged. So because the numerator and the denominator doesn't change, so the ratio will not alter. Next, furniture purchased on credit rupees 10,000. When I say credit over here, again this is a credit period of less than 1 year, right? It's a current liability for us. The entry that we pass over here for the furniture purchased is furniture account debited to creditors account. Furniture increases, creditors also increases, but because we are in the ratio debt equity, debts we talk about the long-term debts, equity talk about the shareholders fund. So none of these two items affects the debts or the equity. Because the two items remains unaffected, the ratio will not alter. Next, issue of equity shares. When the shares are issued, the normal entry that we pass is bank account debited to equity share capital. Bank balance increases, equity share capital also increases. Now bank balance will not affect the debts or the equity, but equity share capital, yes, will be affecting the equity. When shares are issued, the liability towards the shareholders will increase. Equity increases over here by rupees 10,000. Equity is a denominator over here, and if denominator increases, the ratio decreases. Next, payment of provision for tax. Again, when we make a provision for tax, it is treated as a current liability. When we pay the amount, the provision for tax account debited to cash account. A liability towards tax decreases. That's a current liability, right? Decreases. And we pay cash. Cash also decreases. But again, we can see here that none of these two items will be affecting the debts or the equity. Provision for tax is a current liability. Cash is a current asset. Okay, so these two items are not going to affect the debts or the equity. So when the two items remain unchanged, the ratio also remains unchanged. So the ratio will not alter. Next, goods purchased on credit. Generally, the goods are purchased on a short-term credit period. So that's why I have taken creditors over here as a current liability. So purchase account debited to creditors account is the entry. Because of purchase, stock increases, and because the goods are purchased on credit, creditors increases. Stock is a current asset. Creditors is a current liability. So again the same thing. Stock and creditors being a part of current asset and current liability will not be having any effect on debts or equity. So because debts and equity remain unchanged, the ratio also not alter. The ratio will not change. Next, this is interesting. Conversion of debentures into shares. Conversion of debentures into shares. When you talk about conversion of debentures into shares, entry pass is debentures account debited to share capital. The point is, because the debentures are getting converted, that is one way of redemption of debentures. So liability towards debenture holders will decrease. And we are issuing them the shares. We are converting those debentures into shares. So share capital will increase. Debentures decreases and equity share capital increases. Now again over here, we know that debentures are getting redeemed. I told you earlier also, when any of the long-term liability is getting redeemed, repaid, it is a part of current liability. Current liability, other current liability as current maturities of long-term debts. So because of the debentures getting redeemed, there will be no effect on debts and equity increases because the shares are issued. Again, equity is a denominator part. If that increases, the ratio decreases. Next, assets purchased and debentures issued. This has to be agreed upon between the two parties. The party from whom we are purchasing the assets, so we have to make an agreement with them we are not going to pay you cash, but we will be issuing the debentures of our company. If both the parties agree on that, there is no problem. So when assets are purchased, assets account will be debited and debentures are getting issued, so debentures account will be credited. Now assets increases by 10,000, debentures also increases by 10,000. When you talk about assets, now assets will not have any effect on debts or equity, right? But debentures will. Because the debentures are issued, it is a long-term borrowing, so has to be added to the debts. So debts increases by 10,000, equity remains unchanged. Now because the numerator increases, the ratio increases. Thank you.